Alright, good morning everyone. This is kind of an unexpected video. I did not plan to make this video, but I was just up this morning and I just felt like God was telling me to talk about this particular thing because it's so important. And so as you can see, I'm outside, a little bit different, probably won't do a whole lot outside. It's pretty cold, especially this time of year. It's about 33, 32 degrees right now. But this coat's nice and warm, so I'll be all good. But yeah, so I really just wanted to talk about, you know, we just had Thanksgiving a few days ago. I don't know when this video will come out, but it's 7 o'clock Sunday morning, the last day of November. And I'm really just I just love the beauty of this season, especially Thanksgiving and Christmas, because there's so much to be thankful for. And we all have such a beautiful blessing in front of us. And I really just want to put it out there and saying this to myself as well, to use this blessing and be more grateful for it than we are right now. Because I don't think we take into consideration the beauty of everything. Like, look at this the view of those mountains back there. It's even better if you can see it. It's even better when there's light out and it's not cloudy, and it's such a beautiful thing. And I take that for granted so many times. I'll just walk right past it and not even look at it. The beauty of these trees and the leaves in the yard. And God created these things in that way just so that we could look at them and find beauty in them and enjoy his creation. That's why he made those things, is for us. And looking at that view is 100,000 times better than scrolling on my phone. But yeah, I choose scrolling over my phone so many times because we're at spiritual warfare with the enemy. But that's why God's peace is so powerful, because when you have the peace of God, and like I do right now, I just have so much peace from God in this moment of everything around me, and I'm just blown away by this view back here, and every little thing, every animal out in the woods, every single little thing that God made for us is just so much more beautiful than those things right now. And that's why we have to dwell in the peace of God and be thankful for it. I honestly have no idea what I'm going to end up titling this video, because it's kind of a few things in one, kind of just a summary video of, just overall being grateful and thankful, and letting God peace live in us so that we can be thankful and grateful for these things. So, just want to kind of get into, why should we be thankful? Why should we be thankful for all of these things? Because a lot of times, life doesn't really feel like we should be thankful. And I can 100% relate to that. A lot of times, it feels like we should be very unthankful for life, with how our circumstances line up and how things end up going for us. But we have to remember that the only reason that we are feeling that in the first place is because we are not in the presence of God. We are not having the Spirit of God in us. We don't have the peace of God. And that's something that, we don't really need to get too caught up in, not having the peace of God, because we can get the peace of God if we just seek him and go after him. And he will give us a peace that, this is something I talked about on the podcast that I'm doing. If y'all haven't checked it out, Bible Bros podcast, me and my friend Lane. Y'all should check it out. But the between the head and the heart, this is the thing about God's love and peace is that no matter what your external factors are of life, no matter what assignments you have to get done, no matter what relationship stress you're having, no matter what family problems you might be having, no matter what sin struggles you might be having, no matter what sin struggles someone you love might be having, those are all things that fleshly should stress us out, that our brain is going to think to itself and is going to start reacting in a way that's going to make us stressed, like chemically stressed. But the thing about God's love and peace is that it's not going to make sense to our brain. It's not going to be like, we're not going to reason with ourselves in our brain. Like, we're still going to try to think it out in our brains logically, and it's not going to make any sense. But our heart will be at so much peace. And that, like, yeah, like, I do have a whole lot, you know. Let's just make an example. For example, let's say you're, you have 5 assignments due in school tomorrow that will probably take you, 4 days to complete, and it's due tomorrow. Your parents are fighting. One of your grandparents is in the hospital. Your friends aren't really talking to you anymore. You did something embarrassing in class today, and you're in pain. Like, you're not feeling the best. You might have a cough, or one of your legs is just really hurting, or your arm's really hurting, and it's all these little things are just stacking up. And some of those things are really big, like your grandparent being in the hospital. That is a big thing, and then all those other things on top of that are just stacking up, and you just feel like the whole world's against you, and that's what. And I know it's hard to look for the light in this situation. So, okay, there we go. Sorry, a little bit rain's falling. I got a little bit of rain on the camera, but that's where it's hard to say this, but to actually look for the light in every situation, because no matter where you're at in life, if you counted every bad thing that you have going on, and then you counted every blessing that you have, the number wouldn't even be close. No matter what bad things you could possibly have happening, if you truly counted every bad thing and truly counted every blessing, it wouldn't even be close. And that's how God shows us how much He loves us, in that He always has these blessings for us, whether or not we are even coming to Him, whether or not we even say to Him that we give Him our life. He still gives us air to breathe. He still gives us this beautiful nature to look at. This view is still the same until I fully surrendered my life a few months ago to Him. And I was saved in a way. Like, I went to church, even church camps. I'd prayed over people, leading Bible study devotions. And this is why this is so powerful to me, is because the only thing that I was missing, and the most important thing, is the love and peace of God. The love and peace of God will surpass all understanding. And no matter what you logically might be thinking, go back to the situation. I kind of got off a side tangent. No matter the situation, to your brain, it's not going to make sense, because there's so many things that have to be done. But just sitting there in God's presence and letting Him fill your spirit, you're going to be at peace. And you're still going to be thinking to yourself, why am I at peace? Why do I have this enjoyment? But the truth of the matter is that God always love you, and that He will always care for you. And when you seek His peace, He has the ability to change your perspective and to make everything whole again. It'll be a slow change for your brain, but you'll have instant peace in your heart. And whenever you have that instant peace in your heart and that love in your heart from God, don't get caught up in trying to reason with it. just allow God to live in you and just be so thankful that He is living with you. So that's about all I have for today. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I don't know, I might make more episodes like this because I feel a lot more peaceful out here making episodes like this than I don't know if any of you watched any other videos. Got a little more aggressive into it, but there needs to be both ways. We need to, sometimes stuff needs to be, given out in a, more convicting way. And then some things like this is just, allow the peace of God to live in you. Step one. Just allow God to live in you in His peace. And because we're not strong enough to be thankful for this on our own, because when we're not living by the Spirit, we're living by the flesh. And living by the flesh causes us to, not live by the Spirit. And living by the flesh means that we're living by our feelings, which are usually going to be influenced by what Satan wants us to do, which means we're not going to enjoy the things that God created. So the only way that we can actually truly be grateful for the things God created is by living in His presence and allowing Him to show us how grateful we should be. Anyways, that's all I've got for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please subscribe and like. Let me know in the comments anything that you would like to see next, and yeah, see you in the next video. Thank you guys.